What's up guys, Heroes Gaming here and welcome back to another Fortnite creative video. In today's video I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make a hide and seek in Fortnite creative. Now this isn't as simple as you would think. Yeah, you could have a hide and seek and you could make your own rules and you don't have to use any devices and you just play with your friends. But if you want to make a map for everyone else to play where it's simple to understand and works mechanically every time perfectly, then I will be showing you guys how to do it in today's video. So as you can see, this is my hide and seek map that has been featured twice and proved to work quite nicely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys all the settings that are involved in this map, and then you guys can pause the video whenever you need to and copy the settings in each of the devices for you guys to use in your maps. I'll also show you where you need to place these devices and why they are placed there. So let's start with the first settings over here. So these are the ones that are going to be out of the map. They're not going to be involved with anything because these are just like team settings and the hunters' weapons, the hiders' stuff as well. So as you can see here we have two team settings and inventory devices. So what you want to do is you want to place these down. Here is team 1. So you want to place that down, change these settings here. So team name, hiders, team 1, team color. That can be any color you want. Player names and locations always hide because you don't want the hiders to know where the other hiders are in case one of the hiders becomes a hunter, and then obviously they're going to know where the hiders are if the names are on the map. Max initial team size, I have it on 14 because I want 14 hiders and 2 hunters. I always have 2 hunters because in case one hunter leaves the game, then there's going to be a hunter left, and then if you don't have it like that and the hunters leave, it keeps the game going on forever and the hiders never know that the hunters have left. So it's always good to have more than one hunter in case one of the hunters leave. So anyway, moving on to the second one. So this is team 2 and this is the seekers. So that's going to be on team 2. Color, whatever color you really want. Class is number 1. Grant item on respawn, yes, because you want them to have the grappler. Starting health, invincible, infinite ammo, names and location team only, so you know who another hunter is. Max initial team size 2, and then initial team size ratio 2. So yeah, you want to grab one of these devices as well. Visual effects power up, you can find these in this little area here, and they will be under one of these devices that are not too obvious. So there you go, power ups gallery. You want to place that down and grab this device out of it, the visual effect. Go into it, you want it to be an outline, you want it to be any colour you want it to be really obvious though, because this is the hunters, the hiders need to know who the hunters are. The effect duration, infinite, time to respawn, instant, ambient audio, that can be whatever you want, it doesn't really matter because it's going to be outside the map anyway. And then pick up when receiving from channel 6. Make sure you do those settings so you don't mess up in the later game. So anyway, that is those settings. Now I'm going to show you guys the rest of the settings inside there, and then I will show you how to make a tracker device so that it knows how many hiders are left in the game. So we'll do that last. Anyway, let's head over there. So here we are back at the spawns. So as you can see, this is my building. You don't have to have it like this, and you do not have to have the spawn set up like this. You could have it completely different in a different area. But the idea is you have the 14 spawns for the hunters so they can run out the door straight away, and then you have the hunters in a room where they are trapped for a certain amount of time. So as you can see, I have a timer here that the hunters can see what the timer is counting down and when the wall is going to explode. So as you can see, you want this device and you want it to be start when round starts, yes, time 1 minute, time left for to hide, so that's going to tell the hiders that they've got a minute left. Start team filter none, interact time instant, and then when completed transmit on channel 1, and then when that's completed it's going to blow up this wall, and inside this wall, as you can see, I have a barrel. On the barrel you want it indestructible, blast radius 0.25, player damage 0, structure damage 500, damage indestructible buildings yes, knockback no, show health bar no, explode when receiving from channel 1. So that means this device is connected to that barrel, which will then blow up and let the hunters out. Now, you don't have to have it like that. You could have it on where a door unlocks and they can open the door, or you could have them fall through the sky, or anything you really want. You could have this setup completely different, but this is the simplest form of how to do this. Then what that will do is destroy these two walls here. So you want it bang in the center so that it doesn't destroy anything else around it. So make sure you have that aligned properly. And then here we go. We have all the spawns for the hunters. You want these on team 2 and visible during games, no. Same with these ones. You want these on team 1 and visible in game, no. So now let's go to the tracker device. So pretty much how this works is the trackers are going to track how many hiders are left in the game. So if a hider gets eliminated, it's going to go down in the trackers. So it's going to go from 14 to 13. Then another hider gets eliminated, it's going to go to 12. So let's see how that works. So pretty much you've got these devices under here. These are the mutator zones, and these are very useful in these types of games. So let's start with this one. This one is going to be underneath the hiders spawn. So as you can see, you want the spawn floating so that you can put devices underneath. This is going to be right at the back, so it's going to cover every single hider's device in front. And then you want to go into this device and allow weapon fire, yes. Zone width 100, zone depth 100, zone height 100. Enable the game start, no. Enable when receiving from 2, disable when receiving from 5, and then on player entering transmit on 3. So that is going to cover all the hunters, and it's going to trigger the tracking device and let the hiders know when the hunters have left this zone. That means when they've died. So that is the first one. Make sure you've got it on a wall as well, not on a floor. Makes it a lot easier. And then here we go. Let's move into the hunters. So as you can see, this blue outline is going to show the hunters spawn in here. So now let's go into this device. You want this as allow weapon fire, yes. Zone width 6, zone depth 3, zone height 2. That is only the same size as this room, so make sure you've got it the same size as your room. So as you can see, the zone is going exactly around this area where the hunters spawn. And then you want it on team selected 1, and then on player leaving zone transmit on 6. So that is that device. This also connects to the seeker's room. So you are a seeker. This is letting the seekers know that they are a hunter. Message recipient, trigger and player. Time from round start off. Text style, that can be anything you want. Message priority, that's whatever you want. Placement, anywhere. Show when receiving from channel 6. So that's going to show when they're in this room. And then let's move on to this one. So this is the one that's going to cover the entire map. So as you can see the outline there. It's covering the entire map. It's going to cover everything inside the playable area where the players are going to be. So as you can see, let's head back to this device now. Allow weapon fire, yes. Zone width 100, zone depth 100, zone height 100. Selected team 2, and then on player leaving zone transmit on channel 4. So there we go. That is all those devices and settings for those devices. And now everything should work in that area if you have done it correctly. Let's head back here now, back to the tracking system. And then this is probably the most compact way of tracking a player. I believe maybe there's new ways with the new devices, but this is one that works and is simple. So let's start with the sequencer. Make sure you place this down. Go into here. Length 0.5. Width 0.5, height 0.5, activate on game phase, game start. Now let's head to the tracker. You can find all these devices in here, by the way. You just have to scroll around and find the image or the name of the item. So let's go into here. This is going to be start to track channel, target value 0, sharing all, when target is reached do nothing, win team 2, tracker title, that can be whatever you want. Obviously mine's follow Hellraiser Gaming. Description, hiders left. This is counting how many hiders left. Show progress remaining. Increment progress when receiving from channel 4. Increase value when receiving from 3. Now let's head into here. So this is going to be the trigger that is going to be inside this box. Make sure it's inside this box. And then you want it triggered by player off, triggered by vehicles off. When triggered, transmit on channel 2. So this sequencer is going to trigger this. Now let's head outside the box. This is also connected to these, but don't have it inside there. have it on the outside. Triggered by player off, triggered by vehicles off, triggered by sequences off, delay 1 second, trigger when receiving from channel 2, when triggered transmit on channel 5. So that is everything on these settings for the tracker. If you have that done correctly, it should now work in your game. So now that all the map settings and devices are set, let's head into the menu and start doing those settings. As you can see, head in here, these are the settings that you want. Scroll through, pause the video and I will scroll through slowly so you guys can copy exactly what I have done. Some of these can be changed for your specifications, so total rounds, that could be whatever you guys want. That's completely up to you. You could have team rotation on every round or not. That is completely up to you. That will just change for hunters every round. Time limit, that is completely up to you, but 10 minutes is good for hide and seeks. Win condition, that's going to be more score because the hunters are going to get kill eliminations for score. Eliminations to end, make sure you have that on 14 or 15 depending on how many players are in your game. I just have it on 15 because why not? Collect items to end. That could be whatever you want depending on what items you have in the game for the hiders to find. I actually don't have any, so you don't even need to have that on. I don't know why I've still got it on, to be honest. Score to end, you can have that on whatever you want. Last standing end games on. So that means when the hunters have killed the hiders, it's going to end the game. So as you can see, most of these settings you can have however you want, but these are the ones that you mainly want to have exactly how we have them, or I have them. Time of day, that doesn't matter. Starting health, as you can see, 100. Have that on whatever you want. Depends how many grappling hits you want the hiders to take. Environment damage, that can be all up to you guys. Pickaxe damage, yes. Make sure you turn allow item drop off so that the hunters cannot drop grapplers for the hiders. Respawn time, that doesn't matter. You can turn that off because they're never going to respawn. Glider redeploy, I have that on because there's a lot of tall buildings in my map. Most of these settings are already set up in team settings device anyway, so you can have all these resource things off because they're not using resources. And then finally let's head to UI. So as you can see, you want the scoreboard to show score. Tiebreaker could be time, depending on how long the hiders last in the game. And then as you can see, that is pretty much every single setting in the game. Now if you've set up this correctly, your hide and seek map should work 100% of the time, every time. So let's start the game and I'll show you what it looks like on one of the teams. As you can see, this is the hiders team. I'm going to spawn without a pickaxe and some bush so I can hide. Probably not the best for this map, but it still helps. And then as you can see, time left to hide is going to say 50 seconds. And then on 0 seconds, this wall at the back is going to break and the hiders are going to be allowed out. So anyway guys, I hope this video helped you. As you can see in the top left hand corner as well, it does say 1 of 1 because there's only me in the game. When I die, it will say 0 out of 1. Yeah, so if this video did help you in any way, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe for more because I do these tutorials all the time to help you guys with prop hunts, zone wars, anything like that. So make sure to comment down below what tutorial you want next and I'll be sure to do it. Make sure to click that bell so you get notified when I upload instantly, so you can be the first to learn these mechanics and show your friends. Anyway guys, any questions, make sure to comment them down below and I'll be sure to answer them. And I'll see you all in the next one.